Hello guys, in this video we are going to learn static modifier of Java. Okay, so static can be used with variables, static can be used with methods, and in some cases static can also be used with classes. So only nested classes can be declared as static. So only nested classes can be declared static, otherwise you cannot declare top level class as a static. Okay. So obviously we can have static variables, we can have static methods. Now let us see what is static variables first. Okay. Now consider a scenario where I have a class student. Okay. Each student, or you can say in the student class I have int roll number as a instance variable and string college name as also the instance variable. Okay, so public, static, void and main. So inside this suppose here is string args. Okay. Now, let us suppose I am creating one object of student class with the name S1 using new. Okay. And then again I am creating one more object of the same class with new S2. Okay. Now, when this code will be executed, first of all, this line will be executed and this new keyword will create S1 as one object, and this S1 is going to have the roll number and the college name. Again, this second line is going to create one more object S2. Okay, roll number and college name. Now let us suppose I have such 100 objects of class student. So there will be 100 objects of class student in memory. Each one is going to have roll number and college name. So as far as the roll number is concerned, each and every roll number will be different from each other. But college name will be same, as these all students are belongs to the same college. That's why the value of each of this college name will be same. So don't you think we are wasting the memory while storing the college name? Because the college name of these all students is same. So what is the better way of doing the same thing? So better way is to create one CNAME variable, only a single copy of the CNAME variable, which can be shared by this object, so that in the memory there will be only one copy of college name and separate copy of roll number for each of the student. So whenever I want roll number of, suppose student S2, so I can get it from here, and whenever I want the college name of any of the student, I can get it from here. As the college name of these students will be same because they belong to same college. So there is no meaning of storing this college name with each of these students. Okay, so we can have the shared copy of the college name, single copy and shared copy of this college name for this S1, S2, S3 and so on and so forth. So this can be achieved using just writing static before this variable, and this variable is called as the static variable. So I'll write over here static variable. Okay, the variable with the declaration of the variable, when we used to write static, then that variable is called as the static variable. Okay, and this is called as a non-static variable. Before this variable, we haven't written static. That's why this is non-static variable, and this is nothing but the static variable. And there will be a separate copy of the non-static variable for each and every object, whereas there will be only single copy of the static variable that is shared among all the objects. So let us understand this concept with another example. So let us suppose I have one class test. So in this class I have two integers x and y, and whereas the x is a non-static member of test, whereas y is the static member. For that we need to write static before the declaration of the variable. So static int y is equal to 20. Now we have public static void main string args. Okay, and now in this program what I am going to do, I am going to first create the two objects of test using new. So test t1 is equal to new test, and test t2 is equal to new test. Okay, so what I am going to do, I am going to change the value of x and y of t1. Okay, so t1 dot x is equal to, let us suppose 20 or maybe 30, and t1 dot y is equal to, let us suppose 100. Okay, now I am printing the t1 and t2, sorry, x1 and xy of t1 and t2. So what I need to write? System dot out dot println t1 dot x plus, I am giving space between these two, t1 dot y, and system dot out dot println t2 dot x plus, again I am giving space, t2 dot y. So this is my complete program. Now whenever I am going to execute this with the help of Java command, so I have to write Java test, right? In this way I am going to execute it. So once you have executed, the execution starts. First of all, this class will be loaded, and whenever the class is loaded, the static member is also created. The static variable is also created. So this y will be created, and the value of y will be equal to 20. Okay, so value of y will be equal to 20. Now this x will not be created because this is non-static member of this, right? So it is not going to be created. It is only created when the object of this test is going to be created. Now I am going to create this object, because after this the first line will be executed, will be this one. So t1 will be created, which is nothing but the object of this test. So this is nothing but the t1, and it is going to have x is equal to 10. And after that, again t2 will be created with the x equal to 10. Now I have changed the value of x of t1, okay, so that is equal to 30. So this will become 30 now. So here the value of x will become 30. Now t1 dot x is equal to 100. Sorry, t1 dot y is equal to 100. So though y is the shared variable, you can access this y using not only the objects but also the class. Okay, so you can access this using object also. So when we write t1 dot y is equal to 100, it is going to change the value of y to 100. Okay. Now when this statement will be executed, the value of t1 dot x will be printed as 30. Obviously the value of t1 dot x is 30, and t1 dot y is 100. So this t1 dot y is 100. Now when we are going to execute this line, t2 dot x is 10. Now observe here t2 dot y. t2 dot y is nothing but the same y. So this y is shared for t1 and t2 both. So there will not be separate copy of y for, though here we are having the separate copy of x because it is non-static member of test, and there will be only one copy of y. If we change the copy of y for t1 also, it is going to be reflected for the y of t2 also, because there is only one copy. Okay, so the t2 dot y again will be equal to 100. So you can observe here that the value of x is changed, okay, but the value of y will be common for both, or will be same for both. Okay, so in this way static variables can be used, and the application of this static variable is nothing but when we have a value which can be shared among all the objects of the class. In that case we are going to use static variable.